This is the only Instagram blueprint that you will ever need to get started with Instagram with absolutely $0 right after this video. Now, this video will be going over exactly how you can start a theme page with Instagram, grow it up, and start making some money with it. Now, this is a very brief overview of the entire business model with Instagram. All the other videos that's coming out after this will be more in depth of individual parts of this business model. However, in this video, we'll be going over the broad overview of how you can get started with Instagram theme pages and selling shoutouts and generating income with your Instagram account. Now, before we jump into the video, if you could smash the like button, it massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget, you can get 2 free stocks down below inside the description through Webull. These stocks are valued up to $1,850. Now, with that being said, let's get started with how you can get started with Instagram theme pages. Now, just a brief overview. Instagram theme pages are, you create a page on Instagram in a specific niche that you repost other people's images and videos onto your page, give them credit, and they appreciate you because you're giving them a mention, and you're also building your following at the same time. Now, with Instagram theme pages, a lot has changed over the years since I've started, so I'm going to give you what is currently the 2021 version of growing a theme page. Now, Instagram theme pages, I'm going to show up some on the screen of some examples of some specific pages in specific niches. So we have Business Brainly, which is a business Instagram page. We got Auto Rivals, which is a car page, and then we got Insta underscore dog, which is a dog page on Instagram. Now, all these pages most likely make money just based on the sheer amount of following they have and their specific niche. Now, to get started with Instagram theme pages, you need an Instagram account, which is pretty obvious. So first of all, you need to go to Instagram, make an account first, choose a username. Now, the username is not too hard. You just try and get a username that doesn't have all these commas, periods, underscores, or some weird symbols. Make sure if you can get it all in one word with no spaces or anything stopping, making it easy to read. That is preferably, but if you can't, it's not the end of the world. You could worry less about the username at the moment and actually worry about growing your theme page. Now, once you have made the account, just go ahead and find some photos for your profile picture, or you can create one using Canva. Make a description, make it look nice and tidy, because you're about to make this pupper makes you some money.
First of all, congratulations, Mr. Krabs.
Hello, I like money.
Now, with that being said, I'm going to list off some niches that you can get started with that are a bit easier for you and has some potential to become a bigger page. Now, these niche ideas will be showing up on the screen. So we got fitness, we got cars, we got beauty and travel. All these are some niche ideas that you can go ahead and start a page on. However, those are not niches that you are limited to. You can go ahead and branch out, and if you like a specific niche, go ahead and make a page for that. Next up, once you have made the page, you need to start posting content. Now, consistency is key inside of theme pages and Instagram, growing your Instagram page. Now, without consistency, you won't get anywhere. However, if you just post junk consistently, you won't be much use either. So, good tip for posting is also utilizing tags. Now, tags can be very useful in getting the video to go on the explore page, and people can search the tag and find your video. But the main use of tags is really for the explore page, and really once your video or your photo has reached the explore page, if it gets enough engagement, it'll be pushed further with the Instagram algorithm. With that being said, tags you can easily generate with Ingramer, which you can do a quick Google search. However, I highly suggest you take some time and search specific tags that you can reuse for every post. Now, I can make a more in-depth video of choosing tags and all about tags for Instagram pages, but as a general rule of thumb, take some time and really find tags that have high search volume but have a low amount of competition. So anywhere, under 150k uses of a search tag, go ahead and use that as a general rule of thumb. But that really depends in this very broad of what types of tags you should use. It should be very niche specific. The more niche, the better for each post. However, you don't want to spend too much time for every post, so you can usually generate about 30 tags per post and reuse them for every single post. And there will be a video in the future about choosing the right tags for your Instagram account, but that is the second step all covered. Now the third step is all the fun part of watching it grow and start monetizing your Instagram page. Now this is truly the very fun part, and where all your hard work from step 2 and step 1 has really paid off. Now you can use services. So first of all, you can make money using shoutouts. Now shoutouts are basically people paying you to promote their account, their product, their service, or whatever it may be. But most people will just either contact you via Instagram DM, and they will ask you what your rates are, and if you can go ahead and negotiate and agree on a price for a promotion. But you can also use shoutcart in the beginning. Now shoutcart does charge you anywhere from 50 to 60% depending on the amount and the following, but it can be a good start in the beginning when you have a lower amount of following. However, don't get too caught up in the beginning for monetization, because the real money starts once you start ramping up your Instagram account to 10k followers and plus. So people will start DMing you asking for a promotion. This usually starts around 5 to 10k depending on the niche and your engagement on your posts. Now that was the third step. Now I want to highlight some of the key components and tips that I want to go over before you jump started with your Instagram page. Now the goal of this business model of growing Instagram theme pages is to have multiple pages consistently getting shoutouts and paid promotions. Now this can be a real business model that can pay you a good amount of money, especially when you're a bit younger and have a lot of time versus money. You can spend a lot of time growing these theme pages, and the end goal is to have maybe 10 that have maybe 1 million plus each following and generating you a good amount of money per account. That is what the ultimate goal is to sell shoutouts, have promotions, and eventually use them for your Shopify pages, Shopify stores, and promote your own products. But I highly don't recommend you start with 50 pages. I made the same exact mistake when I was getting started. I obviously saw the business model and saw, oh, I can make this much money if I just put in all that work. However, I thought I was gonna put that work. I made 50 accounts. I got burnt out when it trust me on this, it will really drain all the energy out of you if you spend that much time managing all these accounts, because I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes. You want to post in the beginning anywhere from 3 to 5 and plus posts per day, and with that being said, that is quite a bit of posts. If you have like 50 accounts or even 10 accounts, it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy out of you, and it can be demotivating, especially in the beginning when you see no growth and you just end up quitting this business model. So this business model does work. Obviously it does work, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about this, but it does take a lot of work and time, and in the beginning when you're a teenager you have more time than money, so this is the perfect business model for you. Now I'm going to share some tips for growing your Instagram account. Now, tip number 1, we're going to talk about follow for follow. Now, if you don't know what follow for follow is pretty self-explanatory. You basically follow an account, they either follow you back or just ignore you. Now, when they follow you back, they become a follower. They see all your posts, obviously. So in the beginning, when you have 0 followers, this can be used to ramp up your followers to 1 to 3,000 is where I would stop. And follow for follow, I'm gonna drop up a screenshot of one of my server members. He's a pro at Instagram, and based on the screenshot it says right here, gonna drop some IG knowledge, pay attention. For those of you using the follow for follow method, you usually get around 4 followers out of those 20 that you follow. Like 80% of those theme pages do this follow for follow method. So his point is to go look for small accounts of 300 to 1.5 thousand followers, then follow their followers, and those followers will follow that account because of the follow for follow method, so obviously they will follow you back. Hope that makes sense. Basically it means find smaller theme pages because they're probably most likely starting out, and their followers probably follow them because they use the same method. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And he also shared a screenshot that it says 50% of them are following back, 311 following, 151 followers. Pretty sweet numbers, to be honest, in the beginning. So go ahead and try out the method, and you can type in the comments below, thank you DLR. Make sure to type that in the comments. Also, another tip number 2 is always have a story on your theme page. This is very simple in reasoning. People, when they see the ring around your page when you have a story, just signals to them that you're more active. And most of the people, they don't want to follow dead pages, and if your page is dead, they won't follow. So always have one story up every 24 hours. It's pretty simple. It's like posting. So every time you post, just make sure to have a story up. So with that being said, with a story, it shows that you're more active, people are more likely to follow you, and for a good reason. Your page will just grow exponentially, and just posting stories in general. Now, the third and final tip I want to give you is post more in the beginning. Now, I know this business is very, very time intensive, but when you're starting out, you most likely have more time than money, so this is perfect for you. So in the beginning, you can post 3 to 4 times a day, but when you're a bit bigger, I suggest you post bare minimum once a day. But I highly suggest you post twice a day and spread those times out between posts. So bare minimum 1 post per day when you're a bit bigger, but in the beginning, when you're still growing, post 3 to 4 to 5 times a day to get your page growing. Now, with that being said, that wraps up for this Instagram, how you can get started with making money with Instagram. If you found some value, make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and don't forget to get your 2 free stocks down below, and make sure to follow me on Instagram. Inside of the description, I post on there almost never, but still follow me, and hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.